Morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here in Connecticut. It's coming up at 5 a.m. in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, so the Republican senators are coming forward now. They denied witnesses. Basically, you know what? It seems like the American people are pretty happy. You know, they got a few extra bucks in their pocket for that new iPhone, lease on a new SUV. You don't need to worry your pretty little heads about what the president's doing. You got a few extra bucks in your pocket. You got a few extra dollars not taken out of your income tax this year. Be happy. You don't need to know this stuff. You don't need to see the witnesses. You don't need to know how the Republicans failed to uphold the Constitution. Don't worry your pretty little heads about that. Just be happy with a few extra dollars in your wallet. That's what it comes down to. Now, the most infuriating thing is seeing the senators come forward now after they all insisted that this was nonsense. It was a witch hunt. The Democrats are just upset about the 2016 election. It's ridiculous. To now, I've seen at least 6 senators I've counted, including Mark Rubio, saying, you know what? It was an impeachable offense. But now is not a good time to take him out. Take him out of out of the office of president, or take him off the ballot in November. Well, I'm certainly glad Mark Rubio decided that for me. That, you know, it's not in my best interest that Trump be held accountable for impeachable offenses. I'm certainly glad. I certainly hope this hangs like an albatross around the necks of the Republican senators. It's astounding seeing them come forward now and saying each one. I've seen 6 of them so far say, you know what he did was wrong. It was wrong. It didn't, it was wrong. But it doesn't rise to the level of impeachable. So half of them say that, half of them say, well, you know what, it was impeachable, but it's not a good time. It's not a good time. And you know what? No, Democrats aren't the same as these dirty, rotten, little cowering weasels. Back when Clinton was impeached, Democrats wanted Clinton accountable, and that was nowhere near as important as this is. A freaking blowjob in the Oval Office we're talking about. That would never affect your voting. It would never affect another country interfering in our election. And you know what? Clinton apologized. Clinton even apologized after that. So no, Democrats aren't the same as Republicans. The Republican senators have proved themselves to be cowering little, sniveling weasels. And to see them come forward now and actually start to let some of the truth out is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen. It's a sad day. Look, I'm not a political expert, as you guys know, or anything, but this is where I want to ask. Basically, the consensus is, well, you know what? Things are good. The economy's good. Let's not mess with Trump. So he did this, so he did that. So he can't spell. He tweets 140 something times a day. So he golfs every other day. So what? The economy's good. We got a few extra bucks in our pocket. Let's ignore it. Let's ignore his trading military aid for help in the campaign, help in the election. Let's ignore it. That's the general consensus, right? Right? The economy's good. Leave him in there, right? I'm sure he won't do it again. Here's my question. It applies to this mindset of the MAGA crowd. If it applies to the president, does it apply to governors? Does it apply to the Senate? Does it apply to your local mayor? Your town's doing pretty good. There's new flowers on the green. Storefronts are popping up. So what if he takes a few bribes? So what if he screwed with the votes? Town's looking good. Let's ignore it. Basically that's what we're saying. So where do we draw the line? Is it just the president we let it get away with this now? Well, the country's doing good, so let's let him do what he needs to do. That's what we hired him for. We hired him to lie and cheat and steal. So this is the mindset of the MAGA crowd. All people are bad, lying, stealing sons of bitches, especially politicians. So why not have our own lying, cheating son of a bitch working for us? Right? I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. The MAGA mindset. That's what I've heard. I've pretty much heard that more or less that exact sentiment from people around me. So what? You know, I got a few extra dollars in my pocket. I can afford a new iPhone, so screw it. You know, let him do what he wants to do. Let him act like a complete moron. Let him ignore climate change. Yeah, you can tell this is I am not happy about this. So, don't you guys worry your pretty little heads. You got a few extra dollars in your pocket, you can go buy yourself something pretty. Don't worry about the evidence. Don't worry about witnesses. You don't need to worry your little heads about that. Let the senators deal with that. They let them just put that aside. You know, you got a new SUV in the driveway. It's only a year old. Things are good. Things are good. Better than they were under those Democrats. So you don't need to worry your pretty little head about this stuff. Just be happy with that few extra dollars in your pocket. They'll take care of everything. All right. You guys have a good day.